Clipper, hi friends, Darth Momo here, and we're going to talk about a pretty big breaking story. It looks like Disney is going to be re-releasing the Star Wars trilogy in 4K, but it will be the unaltered theatrical cut. And there's actually a lot going on here. So I'm looking at this article that talked about this from Kotaku. Holy crap, it looks like Disney is finally restoring and re-releasing the original version of Star Wars. Basically, the summary of the article is it looks like someone with Lucasfilm or something accidentally leaked clips of this on YouTube. They were like unlisted videos. It was a random playlist or something. And they look to be full-on 4K restorations of the original trilogy. And they look better than any of the fan projects out there. So I've got kind of some of the... Because it says here, like... here are the video clips surfaced. Screenshots are still around even though the videos were now deleted. So here's kind of a screenshot of what it was like on YouTube. Ali, PU Project, Star Wars. So I'm not entirely sure how this related to Lucasfilm. I didn't necessarily see anything specific. I thought it was saying this was from Disney, but this is what we're seeing. And we can get better breakdowns of all this on a Reddit post here. Star Wars Theatrical OT Leaked Restoration Screenshot. So this was a couple weeks ago. And then this article was just, I think, Thursday. Okay. So here's a breakdown that's got some more links, etc. This is kind of a continuing update story, and here are some screenshots, and I gotta say, it does look really good. In fact, actually, I saw on originaltrilogy.com, they had kind of comparisons between 4K 77, a fan project, the 2011 Blu-ray, as well as the current, the UHD, so I'm pretty sure this is what's currently on Disney+. And I mean, I gotta say, what's going on here looks better than all the others. So what's going on? Is Disney actually re-releasing this? A lot of people suspect that there will be a re-release of the original trilogy, especially in 2027 when Star Wars comes to theaters, because the article that mentioned so did not say whether it was the special edition or the original theatrical cut. I don't know if that's necessarily means anything, though, because I'm pretty sure they didn't say anything about Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back when those were re-released. But as for this being leaked on YouTube, I mean, I've been kind of skimming some comments here to see what people are saying, and a kind of consensus seems to be like a big major corporation like this, Disney, like this does not get like uploaded to YouTube as a backup, especially because my understanding is when you upload to online, such as streaming or YouTube, it causes a compression of the file that causes it to lose a lot of gigabyte and a lot of its kind of true property, so it doesn't look as good. So if this is really a 4K restoration, I don't know why they would upload that to YouTube as a backup. The belief here seems to kind of be that people think this is probably a intentional leak. So what's going on here? I don't know. We know Lucasfilm has a theatrical cut. They used clips from it in the ILM documentary that came out a couple years ago. Kathy Kennedy also screened a print of it from 77 at the British Film Institute earlier this year. So it's possible they're working on a restoration. But it's like, if this was backed up to you, I don't know. So maybe someone's just... this clearly wasn't just someone uploading a fan project. Maybe it says on here, for internal use only. I honestly don't know what's going on here. Maybe this is just like a little internal project. Maybe someone's having some fun with the clips and they leaked this to... to try to put pressure on Disney to actually release this. Maybe this is just a simple, honest mistake. Maybe there's something more going to it. I personally think, I don't want them to. We know that Kathy has said in the past, like, no, we're not going to do that. Those are George's films. And I think this would be pretty disrespectful to George Lucas if they re-released the unaltered versions, because Lucas has made it pretty clear this isn't what he wants. They've already kind of, tarnished the legacy of his films in the universe, the actual Star Wars universe, post his films. So it's like, at the very least, let's leave his actual films alone. But, at the same time, we saw recently this last week or a couple weeks ago, George is like, yeah, I've moved on. I've got a life. I've moved on from the Star Wars and the Disney sale and all that. So maybe he doesn't care anymore. Maybe he's like, you know what, fine, whatever, do what you guys want. I'm over it, We've seen his philosophy on breakups, like, just move on completely. So maybe he honestly just doesn't care anymore. Maybe it's just that he's understands that people want this and he's willing to be lenient and give that to the people who want it. I don't know. There's a lot to unpack here. Do I think that this automatically means for sure that they're gonna do it? No. Do I think it's on the table? Absolutely. Especially too because you've seen my previous videos. I did a video a few weeks ago about would Lucasfilm actually do a theatrical cut. My take was no. But I never said it was impossible. I said the work required to do it properly does not seem to be something that would be in Disney's interest, because it seems like demand for that has lessened severely over the last 30 years. But maybe it's in the cards. We'll see. Would I buy it? I don't have a 4K player, so if they released it on Blu-ray as itself, I wouldn't buy some 9-disc Skywalker box set of all the movies with that included. But if it was just the 3 films on Blu-ray, yeah, maybe I'd pick it up. But like I said, I hope they don't do this. I really don't want it to be true, but at the same time, like, looking at this, there might be something there. I guess all I could say is we'll have to stay tuned. I don't think this automatically means anything is happening for sure, but let's just stay tuned and see what happens over the next couple of years. If it doesn't happen by the 50th anniversary, I don't think it will ever happen. But we'll see. Otherwise, thank you guys for joining in. Darth Momo out, and may the Force be with you. Always. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video, comment down below and hit that like button. Oh, and check out some of my other videos. I'm sure you'll find them delight.